Hi and welcome. If you're watching this, you're wondering which program that would work best for you. And I have quite a few different programs, so let me walk you through the different programs to help you make that decision. Before I say that anything though, I really hope you're part of the Diastasis Recti workout support group. In that group, there's so much free and valuable information, and I am there every day answering questions. So if you're not part of that group, make sure that you do join. All right, so let's just go through and start. So you will see that there are a number of different programs that I have available. Most people will start with the beginners program, which is a free program for diastasis recti. It just focuses on your core, so your abdominal muscles, and bringing together that gap and regaining some firmness within it. And it does some of the basic exercises and teaches you how to do them correctly. So if you go into that program, you will see that there is a program calendar. There is You've got your program calendar, you've got your work along videos, there's this bonus connection breath to help you really understand how your breathing connects with your pelvic floor, and your TVAs, which are your transverse abdominis, which are key for that deep core function. We have our week 2 work along video, or our week 3 work along video. We also have, if you come here, videos and written directions for each of the exercises that you will see, so that you can just print off the program and do it in your own time if you want to, because you've watched how to do each exercise. I also have some extra diastasis resources in here. So how to measure your diastasis, what moves to avoid if you do decide to do another exercise class, some nutrition information about what really helps your connective tissue, as well as some bonus videos around your transverse abdominis, because these are key. Now, as I said, this just works your core, but diastasis is a full body issue. So if you have diastasis and it's not regaining some function in your core, it's likely that some of your everyday movements is stopping this function happening. So your ribs might be wide. You may sling your hips forward or to the side when you're carrying. You may not use a hip hinge when you bend. Your breathing might not be correct. You might have paradoxal breathing, which means your diaphragm goes up instead of down on the inhale. Maybe you're not connecting with your pelvic floor. Maybe you're getting some back pain, some hip pain. So all of that is connected, and it all needs to be worked right from the position of your feet to the position of your chin and head. And what we have is the foundational program, which works from head to toe pretty much on helping you regain your alignment, your breathing. There is a full week on breathing and exercises to help you regain your ribs, being at a 90-degree angle, not flaring forward, how to breathe properly. I know it sounds weird, but most of us don't breathe correctly after sitting for hours or after pregnancy because, well, we had a little baby or a big baby or two in our bellies, pushing up our diaphragm and causing a little bit of havoc in there. We also go through your glutes and how to strengthen those. And when we strengthen those, we also strengthen our pelvic floor. Stretching and strengthening exercises, because a lot of us hunch forward and we need exercises to bring our shoulders back, stretch out our chest, work our feet, work our serratus. There's so much to do. And of course, everyday activities. So, how do we sit? How do we walk? How do we lift? How do we carry? What about baby wearing? What about nursing or bottle feeding? What about vacuuming? All of these things we need to do correctly to really support regaining that functional control. So this program works hand in hand with the beginners program. So remember, the beginners is working solely on your core, and the foundational program is teaching you. It's a lot of information. It's not like a workout program. It's more here is all the information that you need. As you go through this program, what exercises do you need to help you regain a functional core? This is what a pelvic floor PT or a personal trainer would do with you to get the correct program for you, because everybody's diastasis is slightly different. So think of it as you're analyzing your body from head to toe, trying to work out how to realign and what exercises you need to help you gain a functional core. There are some other exercises as well. So once you've gone through the beginners program and you've got some basic core work going, your alignment's getting better, then I have the Total Core Solution 3-week blast. And I call it a 3-week blast because I have 3 weeks of meal plans. But most people go through it multiple times and they progress as they go. You have access to all these programs for life. So what we have when you get the Belly Blast program is you get access to the intermediate core program. So you've already done the beginners. You want to progress because it's most important that you keep progressing your core work. You keep needing to move forward. You also get the advanced core work. So you have plenty to progress through. You get cardio workouts. So you get HIIT workouts that we have that you can download, or you can follow along. We have all the exercises, the same format. We have a weight training because weight training is so important for your diastasis. You need to get strong. Your whole body needs to get strong. So this takes you through weight training as we go through it, specifically to help your posture and work through your alignment. There are daily stretches. There's information on your posture. We have work-along videos. So everything that you need to do, but week by week, if you're following the program to the letter, is all in here so that you can just click and go straight to that workout video. I have extra nutritional resources, extra diastasis resources. We do a Facebook Live to answer your questions every single week. Right? There is so much information in here. A lot of people go straight to buying the Belly Blast with the foundational program because I have a package which has the two together and it saves you some money. And that way they get the extra support from the private Facebook groups as they even work through the beginners program. Plus they can use the meal plan that comes with the Belly Blast program, which is all about stopping that bloating. And we have recipes. It's a specific meal plan that you would be looking to follow. It has adjustments if you're nursing or pumping. There is both a meal plan which is non-vegan, but there's also a vegan meal plan in there as well. So hopefully between all the meals there is enough to make everybody happy, including the kids and the husbands. I have one other program that is here, and that is the Hip Flexor program. So what's the Hip Flexor program is many of us, especially if you run or you sit a lot of the day, have very tight hip flexors. And it's not necessarily that they're tight in the fact that you have the anterior pelvic tilt and you're really tight that you can't move. Sometimes people are what we call long and taut. That means the hip flexors are stretched out, but they're really weak. And so they need to be strengthened to support you. So what this program does is it tests all the muscles around your hips. So it tests your inner thighs, outer thighs, your glutes, your glute medius, your hip flexor strength, the hip flexor flexibility, all of the hip flexors. So the quads are included, the TFLs, the psoas, all of that. And you go through a series of tests and you create your own program that is specific to you. And if you do this 3 to 4 times a week, it will help with any lower back pain and hip pain. It will start balancing your hips out. It's such a fantastic program. And it also has a maintenance program. So once you're like, oh, my hips are feeling great and I'm all good, it has a maintenance program that you can do, and this is awesome if you are a runner or want to get back into running, because it's a maintenance program that just takes 10 minutes that you can do a few times a week to keep your hip flexors going as they're meant to, which means that your hips are going to be happy the whole time. All right. Last question that I normally get is, how do I fit it all in? And yes, there is so much information, but you don't need to do it all at once. They're all created to bind together. So the hip flexor program, if you decide to get that and the belly blast program, what happens is once you've created your hip flexor program, you come up here and in your workout plan where you see you have stretches 6 days a week, you replace 3 of those stretches with your hip flexor program. So it's not an extra program, it's replacing part of the belly blast program. The foundational program is more of a standalone because remember, it's a lot of information, but the exercises that you get in there, say the breathing exercises, you would put as part of your core work. The strength exercises, you might switch out some of the ones in the weights, or you might do it separately and wait to do the weights until you feel stronger. You don't have to do everything at once. It's set up so that you have it for life and you just keep going and progressing step by step. And I am there with you at every point of your journey. I hope this helped. I will post the links below. And don't forget, you can get bundle packages. So if you're like, oh, I don't know where to start, but I feel like I need all of them, there's a bundle package that will save you money, that you get all the programs at once. But remember, you don't have to start them all at once. We have Facebook groups for each program, so you can join the Facebook group for the program you're currently doing and then move through the programs as you are ready. Okay, I hope that helped.